What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday season. I mean, with everything that came out in 2023, I hope every single one of you were able to pick up some new additions for your collections. I know me and E were, mostly E, but you know, I had to treat myself to a few things. You know how it is. But with all that being said, for today's video, we are going to look back at mine and E's top 10 favorite releases of 2023. I had to throw a couple in there that E picked out. He would have been upset if I didn't mention a couple, which is no problem because he's a part of this channel too. I'm not gonna do no number one, number two, none of that, because I don't know about you guys, but me personally, my favorites kind of vary from time to time how I'm feeling. So this will overall be the top 10 pickups of 2023. It's going to be the closest to it, obviously. I mean, a couple of these, no question, will always be there, but some of them may vary from time to time. So with that being said, we're just going to jump right into it, and I'm going to start off with SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man. This released back in June. This is actually one of E's figures. I never got big into anime, not because I have anything against it or anything. It was never my thing, so I never got into it. I don't know much about it. He actually fell in love with this guy probably because of all the YouTube videos and stuff he watched. So I ended up started to read this, and found out one of my brothers is a huge fan. He's actually got a Chainsaw Man tattoo, and well, it's become part of our household now. So this is actually our first SH Figuarts figure, and my God, it was a good one. So it was a good introduction to SH Figuarts. And never having SH Figuarts, I didn't really know what to expect, because like, I know a lot of people love it because of the articulation and everything, but like, for me, articulation isn't the biggest selling point. I mean, I love having it so you can make different poses and stuff, but I would actually rather have like screen accuracy and it look better if it's gonna sacrifice some of the articulation. But I mean, this is the first retail figure that I've had with articulation like this, and he looks great. Like, so this definitely was an awesome introduction to SH Figuarts. I mean, just look at this thing is sharp. I mean, look at this chainsaw head, just amazing. Very crazy story, very good. If you're looking for a cool anime, definitely check it out. I wasn't expecting to I mean, when I look at this guy, it feels painful. It looks painful, but it's very cool. This definitely made the top 10 list. Awesome character, awesome figure. E would kill me if I didn't put him on there. So there he is. Next up, like I said, no specific order. We're just grabbing them and we're gonna go. So next up, we have a NECA The Last Ronin Patrol Bot, Sinja Patrol Bot. I actually ended up liking this figure a lot more than I thought I was going to, so this one crept on me. It was a sleeper. Of course, I was going to get it for the collection. I love the Last Ronin line. Another line that was kind of crept up on me and caught me out of nowhere. It was always cool to me. It just wasn't like, I wasn't like drooling over it or nothing. And I got that first Last Ronin figure and I was like hooked. I was all in 100%. Like, it was my favorite thing at the time. And then when this guy came out, of course I was gonna get him. He was cool and everything. And then I got him, and I was like, wow, this is like, it's like different than any other NECA figure I've ever had. It's like a more posable figure. It's, I don't know, it just didn't seem like your typical NECA figure to me. It almost felt more like a SH Figuarts type figure, you know? But yeah, it came with multiple head sculpts. I loved everything about it. So this actually made my top figures of the year list. Let's take a better look at them. Maybe getting a closer look at him, you'll see what I see. I just think he looks really good. It's a phenomenal figure. Like I was saying, it felt more like a import figure to me with the posability, and I mean, no butterfly joints, but he's still a way more posable figure than your typical NECA figure. And I don't know, I just really like the look of him. I have a thing for robots. Really get hooked into anything with artificial intelligence and robots. But it's just a great looking figure. It'll be I did pick up a bunch of them, so when I get these all on display, it's gonna be cool. Very cool army builder. You get a couple different heads. This is my favorite one, but they all look great. But yeah, this definitely ended up making it on my top figures of the year. Something about it just really sticks out. I love the look of it. NECA really knows how to capture those animated comic book characters. They just do a very good job. Guns, his weapons all fit on them. So you get some really cool, nice accessories. And if you know NECA, you know they really take their time on their accessories. There's that pistol, just amazing. Fits right on him. Got his blade back here. It's another one that Eco signed. So there he is. There's the NECA Sinja Patrol Bot. How cool will it be to have a bunch of these all mangled, laying all over the place? So next up on the chopping block, and honestly, this could be one of two figures. I don't have the first release yet, but I ended up getting the Elvira Christmas release, where it came with the little green monster. But this could be, I've held the first Ultimate Elvira, so it could be either one. They're both just as good. Just an amazing looking figure. Again, another one that caught me off guard. There has been a lot of that this year. So much good stuff came out, and so much, I mean, obviously my collecting is very NECA heavy. So a lot of my tops are going to be NECA, obviously, but this is my channel. It's my favorite stuff. There was a lot of stuff that really crept on me, really hit me out of nowhere, and this was another one. Definitely another one. The likeness, everything, just amazing. I mean, you can't tell me that doesn't look just like her. I mean, look at that. Look at the hair. Just a wonderful looking figure. Again, either one of them, the first release or this special Christmas release, would be on this list. There's no way she was not gonna make it. Another one I slept on. I should have grabbed the original release right away, but I never thought that it was going to do as good and sell out as fast as it did. So someday I'll run into it again and I'll pick it up, but I'm playing the waiting game on that one now. I will not pay no scalpers, because eventually I'll find it, just like everything else. Another thing that was really cool about this set, I don't know about you guys, but I love action figures that can double as Halloween decorations. So this is one that I actually have out on display right now with all the holiday stuff. You also get this cool little green monster. which is awesome. This is one of my favorite accessories of all time. You get a tray of bloodied up, murdered gingerbread men. How freaking awesome is that? That is probably one of the coolest details I've ever seen. Like that, missing heads are all stabbed up, cut up, bloody. That is just amazing. But I mean, the detail alone, just on the little green monster, like look at that. I think his mouth is even articulated. You get elbow articulation, shoulder articulation, no knee articulation, but it's all right. He just stands there anyways, mixing his bowl of cookie dough probably. But another amazing figure by NECA this year. They really can't. It was hard picking 10 figures because they had a bunch of killer figures. But this was definitely up there on my list. Very great looking figure. If you're a fan of Elvira, you're not going to want to miss out on this one. So, moving on. The next figure that was lucky enough to make the list, and I couldn't have done this list without at least one figure from the NECA Gremlins line, and I chose to go with Lexington because Lexington is one of my favorites, and I was really stoked when I got him. He was a little bit different than the rest of them, so much smaller than the rest of them, but I mean, I could have put any one of this year's gargoyles on my top 10 list. You had Brooklyn, Broadway, I think was it just, oh, then you had Eliza, and you had the Steel Clan. Man, there were so many that came out this year. I still need to get a few of them, but like any of them could have made this list. They're all amazing, but I went with Lexington only because he's my favorite. But like I said, any of them could have made this list. You're gonna see just how, if you don't have any of these Gremlin lines and you are somewhat of a fan or any sort of fan of it, I recommend getting them. You will love them. They're so awesome. They have so much, they bring so much life to your collection. They're just amazing. I don't know, NECA just really killed it this year. And people that watching it are probably gonna get sick of me hearing me say that, but my God, just a beautiful figure. Just look at the detail on these guys. What's cool about this one too is like the wings are different. He's more of a glider, so he doesn't have the huge giant wings. You don't have to worry about getting folded wings or hanging them up or finding a crazy way of displaying them. I love the bendy tail, just works for them. They all got pretty good articulation. NECA figures, you should always warm them up before you try posing them. The paint gets sticky and locks stuff up sometimes. I've never had too many problems, but I know some people they can't open a NECA figure without breaking it. But I love the face sculpts on these gargoyles. Another great line though, by the way. Too bad they didn't put more out this year, because definitely would have had a gremlin on here. But yeah, great line. Definitely top tier NECA. Gargoyles are definitely contender for best NECA of all time. They've just outdoing themselves, that is for sure. So hopefully you can see why Lexington made my list. Again, I could have put any gargoyle up here and they're all just as good as the last one. All right, so we're halfway through already, which is crazy, but I can't believe we've made it halfway, and I have not done a Predator yet. So the NECA Stoneheart Predator from Concrete Jungle. There's no way in hell this guy wasn't gonna make my year's top. he started off the year, so I got to start off the year strong with him. He released in January. Massive, just massive figure. At first, I didn't know how I was gonna feel about him without him having his dreads, but God, dude, what an amazing addition to a Predator collection. He lights up. I mean, this thing is so massive. Definitely, probably the biggest Predator in my NECA Predator collection. If I can get this back on now. Come on. So you got, get them all lit up after I just dropped his head. Definite Frankenstein vibes you get from this guy. So yeah, so look at the lights, just amazing looking lights. Another one that's just a piece of art. I mean, they really, I mean, in all honesty, to me, I think the best things NECA has done and has ever done is their Predator lines. There's so much detail, and God, they're just amazing. Anybody that doesn't have any NECA Predators, I feel bad for them, because they're like probably the coolest thing ever. That's what started off my collecting, was NECA Predators. The Series 1 came out right after the Predators movie came out. I was 100% hooked in right then and there. So don't be surprised if you don't see another Predator on this list. Not to mention, I am pretty much strictly Ninja Turtles and Predator, with, you know, other 80s, 90s pop culture stuff, but this guy had to make my list. Amazing. The video game was really good. If you've never played the video game, definitely check it out. It's really fun. Still need to get the other Predator from that line, but it's a hard one to find, and it can get kind of expensive. But you're gonna see, taking a better look at this guy, closer look, just how amazing he is. So we grabbed him up at number 5, which, like I said, I feel like I have to keep mentioning that there's no specific order to this, because I would have killed myself trying to put this in order from 1 to 10. But he sits good at right in the middle of the list. So let's take a closer look at him. I always love when you get an action figure with some light up features. I don't know what it is. I really don't even care about the light up features, but I mean, look what it does to it. It's just so cool. It makes it pop. I mean, look at the detail. You can see the blood and the bruising from his artificial technology, whatever you want to call it. Look at that head. No dreads. That face is just mean. I mean, look at the detailing. I mean, these are like seriously works of art. Hats off to the Predator team over at NECA, because just amazing work. It's kind of got like this spikiness to him. Feels like when you touch like a crab, how it's got like the hard shell, but it's got the spikes. That's what it reminds me of. All the way down to the bottom of the feet. I mean, they just kill it. I mean, and this guy is massive. Even if you're not a huge Predator fan, even like, let's say you like monsters and stuff, like this is a definite pickup. You ever run into him, pick this guy up, because I have a feeling, not only that, but I think he's going to be an expensive one down the road. So cool. Definitely not a figure to sleep on. I got to start my year off strong with this guy. What an awesome way to start off your year, with an awesome pickup like this. So there's no way he was not going to make my list this year. Just amazing. On to the next one. Alright, now that we got one of the Predators out of the way, I gotta start knocking off some of these turtle figures. So, this is a perfect example of why I could not do a numbered 1 to 10 list, because I would have killed myself trying to figure out where to place these guys. So we're just gonna pull them out right now. So we got Raphael here from TMNT 3. Again, I just pulled out Raph. Any one of the 4. All 4 of them could be up here. It doesn't really matter. It comes in a 4-pack. But I just pulled out Raph. Part of the reason is because of the packaging. I mean, look at it. Beautiful packaging. They also release them in 2 2-packs. It also look great. Still need to get my hands on those. But yeah, I mean, they come with a ton of accessories. The bonus from getting the Comic-Con exclusive is you got the 4 alternate head sculpts that can work on any of the live action turtles. But although this was my least favorite movie out of the 3, I was dying for NECA to do these turtles. I was praying. I knew they would do them, but like, you know, you still just like you have that. There's like that things that, oh, they could possibly not do them, but just waiting and waiting them, and they released them. I was so psyched, and it was so cool that we got them so fast. Like, there was no like 2-year waiting period. It was so cool. NECA really outdid themselves with these TMNT 3 turtles. I mean, look at the head sculpts. They really captured the turtles from the 3rd movie. Like I said before, not my favorite, but these are almost one of my favorite turtles from the NECA lines. I love Samurais. I love how much detail they put into these. I love the soft goods. They even give you the face masks. Just unbelievable. You get a bunch of scepters. I mean, look at the detail alone that went into the scepter. Like, down to the writing on the handle. Like, I don't know, other companies just don't put that effort into their accessories. I just love that they do. Look at the detail on his armor. Just so unbelievably good. Amazing work. They're works of art. You get what you pay for with this with NECA. Yeah, things are getting more expensive. NECA figures are more expensive than they used to be, but I would rather pay $35, $40 for a NECA figure with some awesome accessories than $30, $35 for a figure from one of the other companies that doesn't give you diddly squat. The accessories are plain plastic, they're all warped. There's never any soft goods. Paint apps are mediocre. Like, I mean, they got artists putting their time, like everything they have, into not only the figures but the packaging and accessories as well. Like, just amazing. I hope you guys can see why this made the list. I don't think anybody could argue. Definitely an amazing figure. This easily could have been #1 figure of the year for me. And that's exactly why, I'll say it again, I did not do a numbered list. Because it just would have been too damn hard. But there we go. TMNT 3 NECA figures. We have already reached that point of like the biggest, like, why I could not do a numbered list, because any one of these, now where we're sitting, any one of these could have been my #1. Like, they all would have been fighting each other. So if you guys don't have these guys yet, I still need to get the baby. But here's Earl. My God, this might be contender of one of the best things NECA has ever done. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. We got people out there saying that they're better than the Turtles. I don't know if I can go that far yet because I'm just such a huge Turtle fan. I would say that they're definitely up there with the Turtles. You gotta remember the Turtles have been out for quite a while now. So I feel like if they released, if they did an updated live action Turtle, I don't know. Great figure. I mean, I can't even argue. Like, this definitely is probably one of the best things NECA has ever done. The accessories are great. God, I can't even, like, with the head sculpts, I swear, if you watch my toy reviews, every figure I open from NECA, it's like they just outdo themselves. The head sculpt, the face sculpts get better and better. They get more accurate. The paint apps they just get better and better. Like, it's almost like I look at this thing and I'm like, how the hell did they even do that? It looks like it walked right off the screen. It probably looks better than screen accurate. That's how crazy this stuff is. You had a jointed tail. Forget it. Let's get right into it. Let's look closer into it. Amazing figure. If you don't have it, get it. You need it. But yeah, let's take a closer look at this guy. You need to see him. Honestly, I mean, we could just focus on the head sculpt. I mean, look at that damn head sculpt. I mean, that could be like Hot Toy quality head sculpt. Look at that thing. Look at the accessory. His mug. The mug is a mini head sculpt. He's got his can of brew. He's massive too, by the way. He is a solid figure. He's like the old, or the NECA gargoyles. I like what they did with the tail on this one. I'm not a big fan of the bendy tails. Yeah, I don't know, that worries me after time. Like, that stuff starts to crack and stuff. I'm not a big fan of the bendy tails. I would much rather have a jointed tail like this. I think it looks really good. I know it doesn't always work, but I think it works perfect for Mr. Earl here. The only thing that would have made this figure better would have been a soft goods flannel shirt. But with or without it, he is still one of the best figures of all time. Period. I mean, look at the skin detailing, and I mean, that head sculpt is amazing. That you could put that on a Hot Toy and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I don't care what anybody says. Got his big old feet. I mean, look at it. They even detail the bottom of the feet. Like, what other company does that? So yeah, no way. You can see I don't even have to. There's got to be no argument why this guy made the list, because he should make the list. All right, now that we got Earl out of the way, we are at the last 3 of my top 10 of the year. You guys are gonna know exactly why these are the last 3 on my list. I mean, I know I've said it over and over. I wasn't really doing specific order. I'm not, but I did save these last 3 because they fit me, they fit my channel. They're probably my favorites of the year for many reasons. We'll get into it. Earl I mean, it's hard to not have Earl up on my top 3 because it is an amazing figure, but he just got, basically because of my favoritism, he got pushed down. It's not fair, but that's life. What can I say? But this one crept in last minute. Probably could either push him 2023 or 2024, but he's out, so I'm calling him a 2023 release. We got Raphael from the NECA Last Ronin line. This easily could be my #1 figure of the year. I tried yesterday I did the review on this guy, and I tried to find something wrong with him. I honestly did. I tried. I was in my group chat. I told them, I was like, I can't find anything wrong with it. So I gave him a 10 out of 10. I called it a perfect figure. I love this thing. He's amazing. People are complaining about the height, but like, I don't get that, because like, everybody's got a different height. I mean, I don't understand why he's got to be the same height as Michelangelo. And not only that, but like someone in my comments was saying, like, you know, they all died and Michelangelo continued to grow. That's a good point too. I mean, so I don't care about the little eighth of a minute or millimeter height difference. Like, everything about this guy is amazing. Articulation was good. The paint apps, I mean, the leather wrapping and the knee pads, his vest, his weapons, the two face head sculpts we get. Geez, just take a look at this guy. Let's take a look at him. I mean, try telling me this thing isn't awesome. They outdid themselves on these last Ronin figures. I did not think I was gonna like them as much as I do. They are just, I mean, look at that. That does not look like an action figure bottom of the foot. It's part of the figure. It's completely detailed. They continued on all the way around the foot. That is amazing. Normally there's like a mold line. They usually stamp something. No. The pouches, look at all this. I mean, look at that face. That is a mean looking face. Like, he is ready to go. Cannot wait to get Karai, because on my shelf he's gonna win. Look at, you got his size. Look how long and pointy those sides look. Amazing. Wish they would have gave us some more ties, bandana ties, but I don't care. I don't even care. Perfect. I called this a perfect figure. I love that head sculpt. The other head sculpt they give you is also just as awesome. But if anybody thinks this should not be a top figure of the year, put it in the comments. I want to hear it. I gotta hear your reasoning, because this arguably could be my favorite figure of the year. He damn near is. I mean, he really is. He's tied for favorite figure of the year. Love how the knee pads are separate. They're not molded on. Like, just, I sat here last night. I tried to find something wrong with them. I couldn't find it. If you found something wrong with them, I need to know. You got to tell me, because I couldn't find it. You got the spots to put his size. But yeah, definitely on there. He snuck in right at the end. I'm happy I got him right away, because I did not want to be hunting this one down. I'll probably find him everywhere now, but look at that tongue. Like, that is a battle yell. That is a battle yell. Just amazing. Enough. It's it. It's over. All right, so number 2, again, no specific order, but for me to pull out these guys, one or the other, has been an internal battle. It's been very hard, but this, like, again, easily could have been my favorite of the year. The Mirage TMNT line. It's been a long time coming for these. We've been asking for new Mirage Turtles for years and years and years. And then we find out that they're not doing the original Mirage Turtles, but they're doing the bigger ones, the Lawson Turtles. My favorite style turtle, the bigger, bulkier turtles. I almost lost it. I couldn't believe it. This is definitely top of my list. Favorite of the year. It is going to be one of my favorite 4-packs of all time, if not my favorite Turtle 4-pack of all time. I could probably just say it. It's probably my favorite Turtle pack of all time. I've said it before. If I could only collect one Ninja Turtle line, it'd be hard to pick between the movie Turtles and the Mirage line. But I might go with Mirage just because that's what started it all. I love the look of them. I love the dark and the grittiness to it. And they just did a killer job with these. These things look like they just jumped right out of the comic pages. All the lines. Look at the details. I didn't think that they could top the original NECA Mirage Turtle figures. I didn't think so. These kill it. They kill them to me. In my opinion, these kill it. Don't get me wrong, I love the original NECA Mirage Turtles. Absolutely love them. They've always been some of my favorite figures. But these are my new favorite NECA Turtles. They're just awesome. I love the bigger, beefier turtles. So cool. Again, any of the 4 can be up here. I grabbed Leo. There was a lot to show on them. Look at the detail. Look at the shell. The faces are just great. I love how they gave you a bunch of the bandana knots and ties. Get a bunch of hands. They just look so good. Because of these 2003 releases, 2004 is going to be a hard year for them to top 2023. I'm curious to see what we got coming. They better have something good because it's been magical this year. I'll say that. It's been magical. But there he is. Mirage TMNT. And last but not least, for the grand finale of the video, arguably my favorite figure of the year, NECA's Feral Predator. I had to make this one my number 1, even though I was not going any specific order for the most part. But I would call this my favorite figure of the year. NECA Predators is what started me on my collecting journey over 20 years ago, whenever that was. I mean, I was always a collector of some sort, but this is what really took off the action figure collecting, is when NECA released their first Predators. This is amazing. I've been waiting for a new Predator for quite a while now. We finally got one. Finally got a new movie. We got a new Predator. We're getting a Hot Toys Predator. I can't wait. That'll be on my next year's list. Probably my top pickup. I'm trying to get back into my larger scale collectibles and prop replica type stuff. So next year might be a little different doing this. But yeah. This thing is amazing. Amazing. New sculpt. New Predator. Just amazing. Amazing work. I mean, you be the judge. I really don't need to say anything. I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, look at that ugly mother effer. Look at that head sculpt. Look at those mandibles, that yell. Look at the detail in his gauntlets and his armor. Yeah, he's the most primitive, but he's one bad mother effer. I love how they used magnets. I still want to know how in real life this connects to him. I don't know what kind of technology. Does he have a metal plate under his skin or what? That was always one of my questions. I don't care enough to like make it be like, oh, it's so fake. No, it's still awesome. I would like to know how he carries this around with no strap or nothing in the movie. There must be some kind of technology, but I love how they put a magnet. You can wear it on both sides. Hope they start doing more magnet stuff. I love how they made the mandibles swappable so you don't have to change the heads out. I think that's awesome. The details on the weapon, look at that. The carvings. I mean, this guy speaks for himself. I knew right away when I got this, I knew right away it was gonna be my favorite of the year. Not only because it's a Predator, not only because it's a new Predator, but he is a badass Predator. Some netting, one of his weapons. He's got the trophy skulls hanging from him. And just look at the detail. I love how they give the skin that shine. Looks like he's got that like sliminess to him. But yeah, speaks for itself. Hopefully this figure makes it on everybody's top 10s of the year. I mean, obviously if you're not a Predator fan, it's not going to, but if you are, there's no way in hell this does not make your top 10 figures of the year, top 5 figures of the year, because this thing is amazing. Everybody. Well, that's going to wrap it up for 2023's EC's top 10 figures of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my picks. Again, these are my picks of my favorite stuff. Yours might be different. I hope yours are different. Let me know in the comments what your favorite pickups of the year were. If there's anything that I named up that you just like cannot agree with, I wanna hear it. I wanna hear it. Let me know in the comments. But that's gonna wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, and we're gonna keep going. So 2024 is a new year. We're gonna start it off strong. Let me know what you're looking forward to for the new year. What are your collecting goals? Let me hear it. I want to hear it in the comments. But that's it. I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Later, everybody.